Hello everybody, my name is Mrs. Marty, and today's lesson is going to be change represented on the graph, matching graph to solutions. So our vocabulary today, we have 4 vocabulary words. We have slope, x-axis, y-axis, and understanding slope movements. Our first definition is going to be slope. Slope is a measurement of the steepness of a line or a section of a line connecting the 2 points. Next, we have our x-axis, which is the horizontal line that goes left and right on the bottom of the graph. Our third definition is going to be y-axis. The y-axis is the vertical line that goes up and down on the left side of the graph. And for our final definition, we have understanding slope movements. We have faster slope, which is the line for the slope that rises up. And then we have slower, which is the line for the slope that rises lower. Going down. We have 4 math steps to follow. Our first math step is going to be read the solution given to the graph. Our second solution is always start from your x and y intercept. Our third math step is assess keywords in the sentence to figure out the slope of the graph. And our fourth step is to write keywords on the graph according to the sentence structure. So if we come over to our first 3 examples that we're going to be doing together, we're going to follow our math steps. So the first math step is to read the situation. The situation in our first example is Susie was driving really fast until she slowed down and more for the rest of the drive. So as we follow our math steps, we always start from the x and y intercept, and we can see on each graph that it does that. Our next step is the third step is to assess our keywords. So if we circle our keywords are fast, slowed, and more. So when we write our keywords are going to be fast, slow, and slowest. So if we take a look at each graph and put these 3 words into play, we will notice that the graph B states the keywords. It starts from fast, slow, and slowest. So our next example, we're going to follow our math steps again. For math step number 1, we're going to read the situation about the graph. So the situation for the second one is Mike began to run the race at a slow speed. He then began to speed up faster until he became his fastest. So we're going to follow our math steps. So math step number 2 is always start from your x and y intercept. So you'll notice in that these 3 graphs do so. Our third math step is to assess keywords in the sentence to figure out the slope of the graph. So our keywords here are run, slow speed, faster, and fastest. When we write our keywords, it's going to be slow, faster, and fastest. Now if we take a look at these 3 graphs, we will notice that the graph A shows our key 3 words. They begin starting off slow, and getting faster, and then soon begin fastest. For our last step, math example, we're going to start with our math steps. We're going to read the situation about the given graph. So our situation for example 3 is Lily was walking to school until she realized that she was running late. She began to run fast to catch up on time. She finally slowed down as soon as she saw the school and walked the rest of the way. So following our math steps, math step number 2 is always start from x and y intercept, which we notice that these 3 graphs do. Our third step is to assess the keywords in the situation. Our 3 keywords are walking, run fast, and slow down. When we write our 3 keywords out, it's going to be slow, fast, and slow. If we take a look at our graphs, we will notice that A is about our 3 words. Starts slow, begins faster, and goes slow again. Now these 3 problems are for you guys to work out, but we are going to work them out together and review your answers together. So In our first situation, we're going to read our math step. Our math step is to read the situation given about the graph. So our situation in this one is Jacob ran for 2 hours, and to continue to run at the same speed for an additional 2 hours, he finally decided to slow down. So our keywords here are fast, run at the same speed, and slow down. So our third step is to assess those keywords. So we have fast, faster, and slow. So in our problem is going to be B. It goes fast, faster, and then gets a little bit slow at the end. He slows down. So in our next example, we have to read our situation, which is John walked and then started to jog until he decided to run at the end. So in our math steps, we will notice that it always starts in the X and Y intercept corner. So now we're on our third math step, which is to assess our keywords. Our keywords are walked, jog, and then run. So I'm going to write our 3 keywords down. Which are slow, fast, and slow. So we take a look at our graphs. We will notice that he gradually starts slower and gets faster and faster. So the answer will be C. And so for our last example, we're going to follow math steps one more time, and we're going to read the situation. So the situation is Sally swam fast, then slowed down to catch her breath and continue to swim fast. So we go to our math steps, so we will always start from our X and Y intercepts, which our graphs do. Our math step number 3 is to guess the keywords in the situation. So our keywords here are going to be fast, slow down, and swim fast. So we'll circle those. Then we're going to write our keywords, which is step number 4. So we have fast, slow, and fast. So if we look at our 3 keywords and look at the 3 graphs, we will notice that example C, problem C, explains the words for us. So we have fast, then we get slow, and then Sally gains fast at the end. So your answer here will be C.